Hello, Paul here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's May 16th, 2014, and I'm going to talk to you today about water. A lot of people are very concerned that their water is not of good enough quality, that it's contaminated with things like chlorine, fluoride, industrial waste, chemicals that shouldn't be in the water. And so having clean water is very important. We're told that we need to drink an incredible amount of water, like, several, like maybe 8, I don't know what the number is, but several glasses a day of water. And but if the water doesn't taste good, if it's not high quality water, then that's really not much fun, is it? And I found myself not wanting to drink a lot of water because I didn't really like the taste. So we're in Nashville, Tennessee, and we have a well on the property. And so as a starting point for the water purification process that I'm about to show you, we like to use well water. We don't want to use water with fluoride in it or chlorine because it's so hard to get that out. The fluoride is a very small molecule, very few microns. It goes right through filters. But so you want to try to use a well water or spring water or the purest water you can to start with. And what we use is a distiller. And that's the machine right here. You can come a little closer, Daddy, and get a better shot of this. This is a Mega Home distiller. It was $199 on Amazon. And it comes apart. This cover right here comes off. It's hot now. It's been running a batch. And then we fill it up. It'll take about a gallon of water. We'll fill it up with the well water and rinse it out first, and fill it up, and then put it on. And then I'll take a little bit of Himalayan sea salt to remineralize the water. I'll just take a couple little rocks here and put it in the bottom of this. And then once the water starts coming in, what I'll do is just sort of shake it around like that. Spin it. It's called vortexing. And that'll mix in the Himalayan sea salts. And the act of spinning the water in a vortex is supposed to organize the molecules somehow and make it better for you. I watched a video on it. I don't understand it, but it's fun to do, and it mixes the salt in, and so I do it. And it doesn't take long. And then I'll have a gallon of drinking water. And what I find is that we're going through this stuff like crazy because my father comes over and he wants a lot of it, and my wife comes over, my daughter comes over, my son comes over.
I need it for my cup of tea.
She needs it for a cup of tea. He needs it to soak his beans. There's so what's happening is we're using a lot more water now that we've been doing it like this because the water just tastes really great. The salt gives it a lot of flavor. Now you can't use too much salt because salt's not really good for you, but it remineralizes the water, and it has a really great taste to it. And so we're using a lot more, and people are enjoying it a lot more. And as summer's coming on, we're going to be out in the heat a lot, working in the garden and so forth. And you need to replenish a lot of fluids. So it's very important to have a really good tasting source of water and a source of water that's really healthy for you. And this process is one of the only processes that I know of that gets a large percentage of the fluoride out of the water. Reverse osmosis and some of the other filtration processes are pretty weak on getting the fluoride out. And you may be one of these people that think fluoride is great. I used to think it was great, and a lot of municipalities now are taking the fluoride out of the water. Dallas, Texas just took it out of the water. Spring Hill, Tennessee just took it out of the water. And it's really, I think, very problematic for people's health. It's affecting a lot of people's thyroids. And a lot of the women we know, middle-aged women, are having trouble with their thyroids. They're having to take medications to help produce hormones that the thyroid is failing to produce. And a lot of people we know are putting on a lot of extra weight. And I think that might be because of the fluoride affecting the thyroid, but I'm not sure, but I have a hunch that that's one of the culprits. And no one likes to be heavy. Being heavy is a real burden. I was heavy for a long time, and when I got my thyroid working better, it helped get the weight off and made a big difference. So the water is very important, and so you just do one thing at a time. Today you might fix your water situation. Tomorrow you might get a garden going, and then next week you might get a juicer and get that going, but little by little you sort of cobble your health back together. But the water is a really critical part of being healthy, because we're not like 98% water, and so you really need to have locked down just a really solid foundation and just really good clean drinking water. So thank you for watching our video. I appreciate you spending time with us, and we'll check in with you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.